Back again, take two. Going to be talking to Aj Robb, at least that is the plan. The plan is to be talking about LFA 53 taking place November 9th. We await to be joined by AJ, and we'll get the conversation going here in a minute. Don't forget that card is live on Access TV if you can't be there at the Comerica Theater in Phoenix in person. Main event, flyweight title on the line with Mikael Perez defending against Casey Kenny. Kyle Stewart, Brain Smith in the co-feature. Let's give this a try, see if we can add AJ.
We in there. We in there. Ooh, we in there.
Time.
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Doing well, doing well. How you doing, sir?
Good, good.
Started off the camp, it looks like, in Albuquerque, and then went up to Colorado to finish out. Tell us about it.
Yep. Decided this time around, last time I took that fight on a 13-day notice and didn't really have any time with my corners. No time. I was new to Jackson, so I really didn't have coaches there that I grew to like. So decided, I'm gonna keep the same corner for this next fight and go get my hard work in down at Jackson's, go train with a bunch of guys every day, beast workouts every day. And then come out here and fine tune everything up, get all the technical work, and get our game plan all in order for our opponent. So be out here for the next 15 days before weigh-ins, and then all our technical work and all our game plan. It's all flowing together now, and so I'm very excited for this next fight.
What was the time at Jackson's like?
It's great. It's amazing. I love Jackson's, man. It's the best move I could have made in my career. Going down to Jackson's, once you get to know them, obviously, your first month or two there, nobody knows you, nobody's gonna give you respect. You're not, you can't be that, that top guy. You train with world champions there, so you got to get your respect. You got to earn your respect. So I've been there for about 6 months now. Feel like I've earned my respect from my teammates. It's all just a big family down there. I love it down there.
And what's it like being in such a big group of 125, 135ers? I mean, there's a lot of top talent there.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you get to go. Ray Borg, John Dodson. Got a bunch of great up and comers coming out too. Rodney, who's fighting this weekend. You got just Tafoya down there. Patchy Mix goes down there. He's 8-0. King of the Cage champion. There's a bunch of tough guys down there, all around the same weight. We're all on the same mission. To get that UFC gold. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful when it all comes together.
And now, who's the corner? Who are the people that you're working with, fine-tuning everything up there at home?
My corner is Jeff Martinez. He's been my coach for, I believe, since my fourth fight of my career. My coach, manager, he takes care of me. He'll be in my corner, and probably if my wrestling coach, Gabe Boblety, he'll probably be my other corner. He always gets my head in the right, gets my mental in the right place. That's one of the main things I like with my corners. It's not all about the great game plan. Somebody that can keep you, honest to yourself out there and be true to yourself out in the ring. So that's why I always have Gabe Boblety in my corner.
You mentioned it. Last one, short notice. What was that like, jumping in, LFA 44?
It was cool. I wasn't mad. I was mad. Of course, I was pissed off that I lost, but when I go back over the tape, I'm winning that fight. If that fight goes 3 rounds, I win that fight. I just, my preparation and my refuel was amateur. I act like an amateur for that fight. And this time around, I'm strictly, professional. And that's just where, you got to find that fine line of how bad do you want it? You got to be a professional in this game through and through. And that, I learned that quick. I learned that LFA 44.
That was the biggest takeaway for you?
Yeah, definitely. I just got caught. I got caught. I faced a tough opponent, a 4-0. I was 1-0 against a 4-0. Nobody's gonna take that fight. Nobody in their right mind is gonna take that fight. We don't care. We'll take anybody. We're not gonna. I'm not in this game to fight a bunch of bums and pad my record. I'm gonna get to UFC because I'm good at what I do. I'm great at this. And then, that's simple. You put in the work, you fight tough opponents. Nobody's gonna be easy in the UFC. So why take easy fights before that? What do you unless you're scared of scared of your talent, scared of what you're doing. Ain't no reason to pad no records in this game. Get in and get out.
What positives did you take away from the performance?
I was forward. I was owning the cage. I got 3 takedowns to his 0. Um, so my wrestling was good. You know, they said he was a good wrestler. My wrestling, you know, every time I face a wrestler, I like to say my wrestling's better. You know, out wrestle the wrestler, like they say. Um, my wrestling was good. That's it. I like my wrestling. I like my aggression. But I had I had a lot of things to fix in that fight. I've been working on a lot of things that I'm fixing for this next fight.
And how did you start to address those factors when you returned back to training?
You know, I just sat down with my coaches, my teammates, went over the fight. Like, okay, why, asked ourselves, why are we doing this in this situation? Why are we doing that in that situation? And just, all right, let's make sure let's not make this happen. You know, the next fights. Guillotine defense, a big thing this whole camp. If we shoot a shot, stay out of the guillotine. Feints, movement. Because I just went in, like a bull, just straight forward. I set no angles, I set no things that I trained for before the fight, but I just didn't capitalize on because I was acting like an amateur out there. So you know that's what happened. So
Did you get a little too caught up in the moment?
yeah, I would say I got a little caught up in the moment of just my preparation. After weigh-ins and things like that just weren't at a professional level like they should have been. And so now I know exactly what I did wrong, so that's the good thing. If you know exactly what you do wrong, you shouldn't do it twice, right? So so yeah, I'm excited for sure for this next one to redeem myself.
And how you felt preparation has been different throughout camp? Has it been?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a lot different. I'm in the game. I'm constantly in the gym. When I was down at Jackson's, I show up to the gym 10 o'clock. I wouldn't leave the gym till around 8:30, 9 p.m. depending on the day. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever it takes. I'm making myself miserable this camp. That last fight, I didn't fight for a year before that. I was just looking for a fight because I was like, I'm training. I don't know what I'm training for. I'm just out here training. I'm training once, twice a day. Nothing. When you get that fight, that full fight camp, and you get in that zone. It's a whole different level of training when you get in that zone. You have a game plan, and you have 6-7 weeks to prepare for it. You get into that training mode where you make everything miserable. So when you get in that ring, it's just all fun. It's all fun out there once you get in that ring. Mm-hmm.
And now, Hunter, your opponent, another undefeated guy in front of you. How much you know about him?
He's a wrestler. He likes to bang, likes to fight. He likes to think everybody's gonna think he's gonna go for a takedown, but he likes to throw big blows. He's gonna go for the knockout. He's got many knockouts. I think he was like a 4-timer in high school. We don't care about high school because we don't care about what you did in high school. He's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a big test. He's out of the same gym my last opponent was, so they're gonna game plan me good. But we're just we got a good game plan too. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a fun fight. He's gonna bang. I'm gonna bang. I'm gonna want to fight. I'm gonna want to throw knockout punches. He's gonna want to throw knockout punches. Just be ready for fireworks for that one.
But it's going to be a bad thing for them if they game plan for that guy they saw the last time.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a horrible game plan. They're gonna think I'm just gonna be coming straight for. Yeah, it'll be If they game plan off that last fight, they will not have any success.
Now, what did that do looking back? You've had the opportunity back at that fight. What has it done to motivate you going forward?
What was that?
Done to motivate you going forward, looking back at the success you had, those failures you felt in preparation.
Let me see. How am I gonna answer this? I just ask me the question one more time. What was that?
Looking back at the performance, how much has that motivated you itself from the last fight? Looking at good things you did, but then even looking at those with the bad things that happened also, how much of a motivator was that for seeing what you were, how you performed?
It's a big motivator just because when you losing is just not. I don't lose. Lost once as an amateur, and then right after that loss, I started training like a madman. Sometimes you need a loss so you can get back on track and get back training to how how to train like a world champion. And I think that's what motivated me. As soon as I took this loss, I knew, okay, you're training like an amateur. You're at the best gym in the world, but you're training with pros. I'm training with amateurs, but I'm training like an amateur. I'm not training how I was training to win amateur belts. How I was training to have my mindset as a world champion. I wasn't training with the world champion mindset. I'm training with the world champion mindset this fight camp. I'm here to be a world champion, not here to be a local champion, number one fighter in Colorado. I don't care about none of that shit anymore. I care about being the number one fighter in the world, and that's how I've been training to be the number one fighter in the world.
How do you take that mentality and be able to keep it?
I just think you just gotta keep grinding. How bad do you want to be a champion? How bad do you want to, what they say, suffer now and live forever a champion. That's one of my big models right now. I'm suffering right now. I'm struggling. I'm sacrificing a lot right now. I could have a 9 to 5 and be making good money. Have everything set. Nah, I'm on my way up. I'm still dreaming. I'm a dreamer. So I think that motivation of being able to be in this position, the position I am, to be a good fighter is motivation in itself, because I'm motivating so many other people outside of this that are like, damn, if he's doing it, I can do it. Let's see what's up. So I think that's what motivates me a lot.
What has it been like just getting this fight announced and having the time and not having to be worrying about getting a fight, because that was weighing on you, it seemed like, previously?
Yeah, definitely. It feels good every time. I like to every time me and my coaches and my partners, my training partners, have had a game plan. We come out successful. We come out successful every time we have a game plan, because in the fight game, it's a chess game out there. You need some type of game plan. You can't go out there swinging crazy and thinking, okay, I'm gonna knock everybody out, or I'm gonna submit everybody. You got to have a game plan. So anytime me and my coaches have a game plan, it's beautiful. My weight cut's beautiful. My just the whole preparation is just great when I have all I need 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Everything gets smooth. Everything goes over real smooth compared to when you're 13-day notice fight. Nothing. You know nothing about your opponent. Your coaches don't even know. You haven't even worked with any of your coaches. So all that goes into effect, and that's crazy on your mental. Mental part of this game is ridiculous.
And how much did you feel there was mental growth from, again, coming down here to Albuquerque, because that was jumping into a whole new gym after, like you said, having been with the same set of guys for so long? What was that like growth for you?
It was big growth, because I was the little fish again. At my gym in Colorado, I'm the big fish. I'm the guy. I'm AJ the Champ Robb out here. Down in Mexico, I'm just AJ. I had no name when I first walked in there. Just some guy. I'm just another guy that I might be there for a Monday and leave on a Friday and never come back, never see me again. It's a whole. I got to step back and get back into that feeling of, okay, I got to go in there and not necessarily prove myself because I know who I am, but show up and earn the respect of my teammates, earn the respect of my coaches. Let them know I'm not just some chump. I'm not just some guy off the street. I'm here to be a world champion. The reason why I came to the gym was to be a world champion. So yeah, I like it. It really helps me. It's really helped me to strive more. You walk in and you see John Jones training. You walk in and you see Holly Holm training. You get to spar with Holly Holm or spar with these guys. You're like, okay, I'm seeing exactly where they're at. That's where I want to be. So let's get it. Let's do it. So really helped my mental for sure. Definitely in the fight game.
And how has your work ethic evolved? Because I hear this from amateurs that, oh man, I'm working harder. I'm working as hard as a world champ. Then you become a pro and you're like, oh wow, I'm working even harder, and it kind of keeps advancing. How have you felt about that?
Um, you just can't disrespect the grind. The grind is due every day. So as long as you're grinding, you got to just grind. I think that's what I learned. From being an amateur into being a professional. Professionals grind. John Jones grinds. Dotson grinds. Holly Holm grinds. They're not in there. One session. Okay, your amateur class to go. If you're an amateur, you'll go to one amateur class during the day, one amateur class at night, and you're like, okay, I'm done. You think you've done enough. If you're a world champ, you're gonna go to that. You're gonna go to that amateur class. You're gonna go to that pro class. You're gonna go to that. You're gonna do sit-ups when you're done. You're gonna do 5 minutes of planks. You're gonna do just little extra things that champions do that the normal person doesn't do. And when you see that being done every day, you're like, okay, all right, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right path. As long as I'm doing, I'm making myself miserable in this training and just doing more than the next man. That's all. That's simply what it is. You do more than the next man. If we all gotta do 25 push-ups and you do 26, that's one more than the next man. You're getting that much further ahead than everybody else. So I think that's that champion mindset that you learn when you watch all these champions that they don't have to do an extra set, but they do an extra set.
And now, also, the week hasn't been all rosy.
Yeah, I just caught a flat tire, 2 seconds. What? We were supposed to do the interview at 1. I didn't even look at my phone because I was busy getting a new tire, nail on my tire. And that's the second one this month. I was in New Mexico and I ran over a pair of scissors, got a flat tire there. It's just been rough on cars this month. It's been rough.
Killing tires.
Yeah, definitely.
And what else is going on with Aj Robb?
Nothing much. I'm training. I'm back home. I'm happy I'm back home. I'm chilling with my dogs. I got my dogs here. My other dog, Pit Bull. To chill with my dogs. Chill with the family. Got my diet in order. I'm just ready to fight. I'm ready to. I'm excited. I'm excited for that LFA 53. I'm just training. I'm focused. My mind's in the zone. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm just go to training, come home, recover, go back to training, recover at night. Cycle continues.
Is there a comfortability about also finishing the camp again? Home, your bed.
Yeah. It's definitely a big comfortability. Just I think I get re-energized when I come back home because I see who I do it for. I see my mother. I see my little brothers. I see people I grew up with. I see people who reach out to me and say, "Yo, AJ, you're a real inspiration. You're real influential to all of us. And when I come back home, I'm back where it all started. I'm back where I grew up. It's beautiful. I love it. I think this might be my thing for my fight camps. I might stay out in Albuquerque for 4 weeks and come back the last 2 weeks just so I can come back and get that vibe and get that and have that motivation sink in to keep on keeping on.
And how many siblings do you have?
I got 3 brothers. I got 2 little brothers and an older brother.
And what's that mean with the 2 younger ones looking up to you?
I just constantly want to motivate them. You can do whatever you want. You can do what do you want to be? What do you want? And the possibilities are endless. You can literally be anything you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you no. They see me. They're like, all right. My brother. I told him when I was 19 years old, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. Everyone thought it was a joke. Everyone, yeah, you fight. Fight here and there, fight in the street, all that stuff. And I really made this a career. I'm really out here doing this, and they see that. Everyone else sees it, and it's it's a great thing.
How do you get a victory come LFA 53?
How do I get a victory come LFA 53? There's a couple ways this can go. Let's get in the first with a straight knee, right up the middle, knockout, boom, flat on his face. And there's a second way. I just outgrind him, get him tired, and I get the rear naked choke. Third round, early third round, rear naked choke.
Either way.
Finish either way. No decisions in Phoenix. We're not leaving it to the judges.
Aj Robb, how can everybody keep up with you on social media?
Follow me on Twitter, AJ the Champ Robb. Follow me on Instagram, AJ the Champ. Facebook, AJ Robb, or my fan page, AJ the Champ Robb. That's how you can follow me on anything. Snapchat, AJ the Champ. Add me on the Snap. You can do that. I always post all my trainings. Not all of them, but most of my trainings. Keep people in the loop. See what I'm doing, and wishing everybody the best. That's what I do.
Thought of it real quick. who've been some of the more influential people that you make connections with while being at the Jackson Wink Academy? Wanted to get that one out. There were some training
Um,
partner coaches that you've been really with.
Diego Sanchez, I really like him. You know, his mentorship and his attitude towards training. You know, he's always down to sit there and talk with you, talk about your fight, talk about life. You know, pray with you, things like that. So he's a big influential down there. Um, I got a striking coach, Alex. He's really cool. I've been working my striking with him. Good Muay Thai coach. I've been working with him a lot lately, and Coach Joey. I like Coach Joey. I really like Coach Joey. I'm a pro. I don't have to stay for the amateur class, but I always stay for the amateur class when Coach Joey's teaching it because he's just a good coach. He gets me fired up. He's somebody I could see that would probably be in my corner in the near future. You know, the longer I'm down at Jackson's, the more comfortable I get with my coaches. He'll probably be one of my coaches in my corner here in the near future. So, yeah, definitely. Those are some of the guys that I really look up to over there.
Who'd you need to thank and who'd you need to shout out to?
You know, thank you to my sponsors, ENF Transport, 719 Fight Team, The Arena. Um, Shout out my mother and my father for allowing me to come back to their house and cause havoc for the next 2.5 weeks. Um, Shout out to Jeff Martinez, of course, always taking care of me, helping the brother out, especially with that tire today. Appreciate that. And sponsors, if anybody's interested in sponsoring for this last camp, we're about to be on Access TV. It's going to be on national television. Get your logo out there. Get it out there. I'll shout you on social media forever. As long as we're in connection, you'll get social media shouts, and I have many, many followers, all that good stuff. We'll hook it up. So if anybody wants to sponsor and you see this video, hit the DMs. We'll get it cracking. And thank you, brother, for having me on for this interview. Appreciate it. You're always cool, man. You've always been kick-ass ever since I met you. So, yeah.
But I can to help support everybody.
Yeah.
LFA, Access TV, or live in Phoenix at the Comerica Theater. Thanks for watching, everybody.